Hey guys, welcome to this video. I just realized I was blabbing for minutes upon minutes upon minutes, not doing anything with my makeup, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So basically, I'm going to first crack into the Milani Bold Obsessions palette. I'm doing a totally basic look today, and that is mainly because this video is inspired by two things. So first of all, and I will apply as I'm blabbing here, I'm going in with this neutral tone here. This is called Bear in Mind with an It Cosmetics blending brush. So I went through this phase recently where I was just like buying like crazy. Like, you know, you'll be really good about saving your money, and then all of a sudden it's like, I need things. I need a lot of things. I want clothes, I want shoes, I want makeup, yay, like spending frenzy. And I've always been, at least lately, really good about putting money into savings, which I was still doing. But frankly, you know, I had kind of like a very comfortable threshold in my checking account. And because of those two things, I thought, well, I just want to buy new things. I wasn't liking what I had hanging in my closet, blah, 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 whatever. It got to a point where something happened. Here's what triggered my hesitation to stop buying things. I don't know why the light is shifting on this, but I recently got a notification from Ulta that I was approaching their diamond status in their rewards program. Now, I'm already a platinum member, which is fine. Diamond status means you have spent a ridiculous amount of money during the year, at least ridiculous to me, and I thought, you know what, you need to stop. Next, I'm just taking a MAC 217 and going into this shade here, which is called Sweet as Honey. So, you know, again, I think I was spending a lot just because I went through a really, really bad time financially a couple years ago. I had 2 rental properties. They were both completely draining me to the point where anything I made as far as a paycheck was concerned was basically going into covering the destroyed property I was left with after my tenants had to be evicted, and then, you know, the tenants left in the middle of the night. It was literally like one nightmare after another. So for years and years and years, I didn't spend anything because I couldn't. So now it's like I'm finally comfortable again and I'm doing well, you know, and it's like, oh, when you feel like treating yourself to something, you treat yourself to something. And now I'm just taking that same color and going into like the corner of my eye. But it had gotten out of control. So between, you know, notification that, hey, Ulta customers, thanks for spending all your hard-earned money on palettes you don't need. We're gonna elevate you to diamond status because you're an idiot. And the other thing was between all the drama on YouTube, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. And then I saw Samantha, is it Ravndahl? Sorry, Samantha, if I'm butchering your name, but she uploaded a video, I think it was literally yesterday, where she called it Throwback, Project Throwback. She basically was saying, like, why do we keep buying all these palettes that are released, it seems, every 5 minutes? We're spending all our money on this stuff when we have 50,000 palettes we could be using to get the same look. And that's the moment I was just like, you know what, she's absolutely right. This is absurd. The last big makeup purchase I made was getting the Vault from Ms. Jaclyn Hill, and while I think it's beautiful, I just don't think I need it. So I'm probably going to be returning it. I'm gonna dip into this color here, Sands of Time, to use as a highlight. Excuse me, just grabbing my primer water from Smashbox if I want it. But I think I'm gonna return it because, again, like, I used this palette from Milani, I think twice, and then I forgot about it. So it just seems like it's getting a little absurd, the consumption. I'm getting into this phase where I just want to start shifting towards more of a minimalism type approach. Like, I'm not getting rid of all my stuff and, you know, living like a monk. But what I am trying to do is be a little more conscious about what I'm buying, why I'm buying it, what the likelihood is that I'll actually use it, and then kind of going from there. You know what I mean? I was starting to do my inner lid highlight and I forgot I was doing this on camera. So this is Can't Pink Straight. I really don't want pink, but oh well. What do you guys think? Are you experiencing the same thing? Have you ever experienced the same thing? Like, is everybody completely exhausted with how many new releases they're coming out? I swear to God, I remember it was about a year ago. When did Nicole Guerrero come out with her highlight palette in collaboration with Anastasia? Like, I remember seeing her palette come out, and then within like 2 weeks, they had another highlight palette coming out. I'm sorry, boyfriend's old Boy Scout cup. And I just thought, this is so absurd. Like, what are they doing? And what they're doing is realizing that we are total suckers when it comes to buying new products that are coming out, literally, it seems like 3 times a day. I just did my eyeliner and my mascara off camera, and I still managed to jack up my eye liner on my right eye. I used the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. I rediscovered this again, love it, and the Kat Von D tattoo liner, which is what I always use. But anyway, here's the other thing. Like, okay. I know that we've had a lot of scandal on YouTube recently. This is the Flower Light Illusion Concealer. But honest to God, is there anybody else out there, I'm probably gonna sound like such a jerk saying this, but is there anybody else here that just misses the days where you could come onto YouTube and just watch people play with makeup? I don't wanna hear your truth necessarily. I don't wanna hear about, like, oh my gosh, the other day, I was just like, every single person I subscribe to now is uploading their truth videos. This used to be a place I could go to just forget about life, forget about all the things that were plaguing me, and just have fun and watch somebody play with makeup. Now, I'm hearing about things that, frankly, unless I'm your therapist or your best friend, I don't really need to know. But the funny thing is, it's like you can't really blame the creator for making these videos, because guess what? If you go and look at some of their other videos that are more about just, you know, a smoky eye or, you know, something basic, it's not getting the clicks. So of course, you know, they're gonna wanna do what's getting the clicks because these are people that do this for a living. So I totally get it. It's just exhausting. I feel like it's just, what the flip is going on anymore? I don't even know. The other thing too that I really miss about old school, sorry, I keep leading out of the shop because my makeup caboodle is over there. The other thing I really miss too about old school YouTube is how fun it was just to see like who would get to the store first to buy different products. Like everybody always had different content. You know, it was like, what's Nicole buying? What's Tarte buying? What's Casey buying? And now, I feel like because of the whole like PR thing, everything's starting to look the same. Like, yay, here's another video on the latest release from Morphe or L'Oreal or insert brand here. Like, there's nothing surprising about it anymore because when you go into your feed, what am I doing? When you go into your feed, it's like, if you give it a day or two, it seems like everybody's reviewing the same exact product. And that's so boring. Like, I used to love seeing what people would find at the drugstore because everybody's tastes are different. So everybody was buying different stuff. That's what made it so much fun to watch. Now, I feel like I'm just watching one big messed up reality show. But again, I really don't want to place full blame on the creator just because that's what's getting the clicks now. And it's kind of like the Walmart argument. Like, you know, whenever a Walmart comes to a small town, people are like, oh, taking business away from mom and pop shops. All right, well, then don't shop there. Because as a consumer, you're the one that has the power to shut that store down by not shopping there. So don't complain about the fact that mom and pop shops are closing when you're going to Walmart to shop because you want to spend money and you know you can get it cheaper there. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like the same mentality when it comes to YouTube consumption. I see people bitching and moaning about, you know, how they're sick and tired of seeing, you know, all the drama, blah, 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 but then all the drama videos are getting millions upon millions of clicks. Don't click on them. As a YouTube consumer, we are the ones that have the power to determine what kind of content is going to get posted, because do you honestly think, you know, if all of a sudden everybody started clicking on just your basic OG makeup tutorials, that everybody wouldn't start doing that? Nobody would do drama videos anymore if they weren't getting the clicks. And believe me, I'm kind of ranting and raving, but it's mainly as somebody who watches these videos and who watches probably too many of these videos because I like them. You know, you get attached to certain personalities, and I like watching people mainly just because I like their personalities. It's not necessarily that I'm interested in watching how to do a brown smoky eye again. And I'm on here just doing this for shits and giggles, honestly, because I am on camera in other aspects of my life. I do this to kind of stay sharp, because if you're not used to being on camera, after a little while, it's like deer in the headlights. And, you know, this is like an easy way for me to just practice being on camera. Even if nobody's watching it, at the end of the day, it's helping me, and that's why I'm doing it. And by the way, this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Bronzer, and I am hitting pan on this, so yay, I do love this. But I should probably shut up, stop ranting. I'm curious, like, what are you guys sick and tired of? Not getting nasty, but just more constructive, thoughtful intention. Like, what are you tired of on YouTube? What do you miss seeing? You know, do you think that the drama has kind of created this monster genre of content that really is driving everything else? So for highlight, I'm using Essence Pure Nude highlighter. Tati talked about this ages ago, and I recently just got back into powder highlights. I don't know what in the world happened, but one day I was like, I want powder highlight. It's just so pretty. It's not super blinding. You can build it up, but it's just subtle. It's matching my mood lately. Of course, some of you are probably looking at this thinking, that's not subtle. What the freaking heck are you talking about? It's just the lights. It's just the lights. For blush, I'm using the Flower Beauty Flower Pots in Warm Hibiscus with a Sonia Kashuk brush. Only beef I have with it is it's a little subtle. See, now it's making a liar out of me. These lights are deceiving. In real life, it looks much more subtle, so I feel like I have to build it up a little bit. But it's super pretty when you do. You know, I haven't been doing this for a long time until recently. The brow bone highlight, I kind of got over it, but then I was into it again. But for subtlety, I'm just gonna dip back into my Cover FX loose setting powder. This is the Translucent Light, and I'm almost out of this too, which makes me so excited. I love this stuff. I love this stuff mainly because it's talc-free, which to me was importante in choosing a powder. Oh gosh, that just does such a nice job of giving you lift. I am using a little bit of the NYX Control Freak, what is this, eyebrow gel? It's just clear, but I like it for keeping my brows in place. My brows have a tendency to just, I fill them in, and then I feel like as I apply my makeup, they just, what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing, but they're not staying in place. So this does a really nice job of that. And then just hitting my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. After I set my face, I will go in with the Wet n Wild Skinny Mascara. If I do this beforehand, apply it to my bottom lashes, that is, for some reason when I hit it with the setting spray, it smudges all over my face. Then finally for lips, my go-to is always the Wet n Wild Gel Liner and Bare to Comment. And I've been layering my lipsticks lately just because I'm trying to get more use out of them. This is Flower Beauty's Peachy Nude. I've destroyed this, totally destroyed it. And then lately I've just either been going in with my Ulta Beauty Lasting Color Lip Gloss Stain in the color Crown, or the Healthy Lip from Physicians Formula in, what color is this? I don't know. It's one of their nudie shades. And it's totally disgusting outside, so I'm actually going with the Ulta because it's a little pinker and happier. So this is the final look. Obviously nothing earth-shattering going on here, but I just wanted to sit down and film, mainly because I felt like I was getting rusty, and when I go to film and I'm being paid for it, I don't want to look a fool. Thank you also to Samantha for inspiring this video and also inspiring just a different mindset. I will link the video she created below, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!